Find the screen there. Hello, good morning, everyone. Florence for another early morning, 8 o'clock Ireland time. And today I felt cold. Hmm, okay, what needs to be explored that would give us a bit of vitality and a consistency or coherence for the next 3 days that we're going to spend together this week. We have 3 days. And up to my consciousness, Tibetan rites, Tibetan rites. We haven't done them in a long time. So I think we're going to go and revise the Tibetan rites. And in between those sets, we're going to do a bit of arm work. Okay. So that's why I have my pair of dumbbells nearby. Um, should you have sensitive knee, have a blanket nearby for one of the rites, and then it should be enough. We will start them very slowly, just to even look at some modification for them, for some of them, and then we'll get going. And we'll start on a count of 3, and then a set of 5, and possibly another set of 5 or a set of 7, depending on how you feel. In the meantime, let's come in onto our mat and just drop it all, give it all to the mother so it can get transmuted, transform, and that you can bring you back with a new type of energy, something that feels possibly lighter, slower, or anything else that you going to feel that you need during this practice. So in the first place, sorry, find your place on your mat, whatever that means for you. Just take the time to adjust and come and sit into the body. And it's almost like, I'm a full intention to decide I'm going to switch on all my lights. I'm going to live in this house, which is mine, or this castle, as Teresa of Avila would say. Okay? So I'm going to be very here, very present, very in and now. And I'm going to light my inner lights to awaken each part of my body, and not only what we see or what we can externally move, but also what's inside of us. Okay, and we're going to do it with breath. We left it Friday where we had a practice of shifting one side to the next without the intention of shifting one side to the next, but bringing those waves and circles and into the body. So if you feel cold to do this again, it's one way to come back to the body, then beginning to move it gently. Beautiful. We're going to go in, inhale, arms up, palms up. Stopping my movement or your movement at shoulder level here. We're going to stay there. And simply turning the palms of the hand side to side, or just turning them as far as we can go on either side, should I say. Good. And then we're going to move up that movement a little bit higher, not fully directly above the head yet, and see how that feels in the shoulder, in the neck. Okay. And if it's already too much, feel free to bend the elbows if you need to, or to go back to where we started. And then the third position would be above the head, if you can go there. And still turning the palms of my hand. Try to do 360 degrees turn with it, a spin. We don't, obviously. And then we're going to bring those two arms side by side in front of us at chest level, still with the same movement. Going to reopen it to where we started on the T. Connect with the breath as you move. And then we're going to go, I'll try to go further behind by adjusting your hands. See where that brings you. Watch out that those shoulders don't hug your ears too much. They will a little bit, but try not to tighten as well the jaws and keeping nice and open. Good. And begin and staying. My hands, as you can see, are nice and low this time. So I'm activating different part of my back. Beautiful. And release. Okay, we're just going to bring the head, chin to chest on your exhale. Inhale there and roll again. Roll, spinal roll. We are waking up the spine before the Tibetan Rites. All the way down to the floor, bend the knees, crown of the head to the mat. Beautiful. Plant your heels into the floor. Keep the knees bent. Knees are bent. Make sure the crown of the head goes down to the floor so your chin is really tucking into the chest. And then with your next inhale, pressing the floor with both feet, allowing the force of the strength to run through both legs. You know this one, you hear me guiding it all the time. Into the pelvis, hopping onto the sacrum and begin the journey through the spine. Good, and finish by looking up, chin towards the floor, ceiling, sorry. And exhale, going back down for the last time, rolling. Okay, when you're in the mid-back, upper and mid-back, open, allow the arms to go nice and wide. You can even allow them to dangle a little bit before going further down into the spine. Good. Okay, this time around, don't bend your knee as much, okay? Keep the legs nice and long, opening the back of your legs as you open your back as well. So you open, imagine cracking open when it comes to the back. As when I say the back opens, it's sideways. So breathing in into the back there and expanding the back sideways. Finding space in the intercostal muscle or between the ribs, I should say. Okay, and then press the feet and come back up for the last time, taking your time. And once more, you're going to finish at the very end of your standing, looking up. Good, and opening your arms again to the side. Beautiful. All right, we're just going to move the feet up and down, up and down, up and down. And we're going to start with our first Tibetan Rite, which is a spinning. So we tend to have our arms nice and wide, if we can. If you don't have the space at home, you could bend them that way. That'd be fine as well, okay? We're going to spin for 3, going towards the right, and we're trying to either stare at the floor or fix a point. So the point could be your screen, for instance. And we begin. And if you go for soft gaze, you're not found to be very hard and focused. Soft gaze, allowing the spin to allow us to shift the energy. Inhale and let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come back and closing your eyes, allowing the gentle spin to settle. And when it has settled, we're going to go down, okay, for our first pose, which is the J. Okay, so the J, I'm going to show you the first, the J, and then the modification. Okay, so we're not very much warmed up. Okay, so be careful. So the J would be chin to chest with the head lifting up on the inhale as my legs come up. So this is the J, and you finish with the letter J. Okay? And on the exhale, you come back down and you fully release before going again. Should that be too much? Okay? You can decide to keep the head down onto the floor, or you lift the head but bend the knees, come up with the knees bent. Okay? And to go out again, bend the knee again, and you can even bring one leg at a time if you like. Okay? So find your version of it. We're going to do it 3 times. I'm going to demo the first one, which is the full J. Inhaling and traveling up and down. Relaxing. Inhaling up and down. Relax. Last one. Inhaling up and down. Relaxing. And you can bring your knees to your chest and allow yourself to fall on the side. We're going to go onto our knees. Okay, the next one can be called arching. Okay, so we extend our high knee, we curl up our toes, we send a lot of power into the front leg. I keep my hands behind me, and it's really inhale, and you just look up, creating a beautiful opening in the chest and an arch into the back. And on the exhale, chin to chest in the front, we're counteracting the movement. Okay, so you bring this to your range of movement. Okay, so going for 3, breathing in, sliding, looking up, exhaling, coming back to the front. And the shoulders can actually move forward to the front a little bit. Slight flexion. Inhale, because this is an extension. And coming back. Last one. And coming back. Beautiful. And because we're not doing too many of them, it's a nice warm-up. Come up onto like a squat. Okay, that's just a transition for the next right. Okay. And then the next right is the reverse table or the table. So I'll go back and sit in Dandasana, stick pose. And again, here for this one, you can have a modification. So I think we all know the reverse table, which is really, we're going to go into this, okay? That might be too much for anyone, any given day, all right? If it's the case, you can decide not to go as high in your reverse table. You could decide just to lift and come back into the stick pose. Or if you don't want to lift at all, you just come back and you're going to do a bit of arm work. Okay, so that would be another option. And of course, you can mix between the 3. Okay, so 3 full reverse table. So find your foundation. Always find the foundation. Going to start with now my legs nice and long and coming up. And that's 1. Bring it down. I'm finishing Dandasana, the stick pose, and out again. Come back. That's 2 and 3. And come back. And then we're going to relax, releasing the wrist. And bring our feet behind us. And the last one is called the 2 dogs. We go from up dog to downward dog. So just to, as a reminder, okay, that would be the up dog, and that we all know, the downward dog, okay? So we actually inhale and push and exhale. Okay, I'm going to invite you to find your version of it. And I'm going to begin to count. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And hold this one and come and walk halfway. Feet towards the hands, hands towards the feet, and unroll yourself gently. And this is our first set done. So again, once more, feeling what it has, how it has changed your body, like simply maybe a bit warmer, a bit more awake. I took my dumbbells because we're going to now work with the dumbbells. So we're going to go curl up, open, push, down, and come back. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more, last 2, last 1. Beautiful. Then we're going to go to the side, and it's going to be an alternate lift, side and side, and that counts for 1. Side, side, and side. Actually, that's the full one. Side, side. Sorry, I forgot to. Apologies, I'm half awake here. Close it, opposite side, together. That's it. Side, side, together. Yeah. Side, side, together. Okay, we're getting close to the end. 2 more. No, it doesn't sound too good when you're counting to finish. That's it. And release. Brilliant. We're going to go behind us by stepping back. So give yourself the gift of a nice extension there. Front knee is bent. And again, you know this one. We pull it up and then we flick. Okay, so let's go down, pick it up, flick, come back. Flick, come back. Flick, come back. And that's 4. Okay, let's the last 2. Might have sneaked another one here. It's okay, that's our last one. All right, and then pick up the back heel, lift it, and close. Okay, same work on the opposite side. Stepping back with the opposite leg now. Okay, just making sure the work is going to be accessible, and let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 more, 2, last one. Beautiful. And once more, pick up the back heel, push, and come back. Excellent. All right, so we're going to release this, going back for a Tibetan Rite. So feel, I'm moving because the idea here is to keep warm, to keep the heart rate going. Okay, so let's go. Decide for yourself whether you want to do 3 or 5. I will personally do 5, but if you can stop at 3, if you want to do 3, you stop at 3. Starting in the next second. with a breathe in and let's spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Close your eyes gently. Allow the spin to dissipate. Good. And then let's go down and start with the letter J, okay? Remembering the modification, you can bend your knees, you can move one leg at a time. Finding yourself nice and long, going for the J letter for 5. My arms are resting by the side of my body, palms up for me, and inhaling, chin to chest, and I lift everything, and on the exhale, I go back down. Full release before going again. Inhaling up and down. Okay. Last one. Beautiful. And come with both knees to the chest. Roll yourself onto one side. Doesn't have to be the usual side. It's a good practice not to be on the usual side. And come up into the arching. Hands on my buttock, on the back of my thighs, curls, toes are curled up. I really open my chest. I really tighten, not tighten, activate my core. I can feel it. Go and touch it, poke it, stimulate it. And let's go for 5. Breathing in. Remember, on the exhale, chin falls forward and the shoulders roll slightly back up and out again. Remember to activate your legs so the legs aren't moving at all. 2 more, or you can pause here if you like. And last one. Beautiful. Releasing this, and we're going to go back onto the reverse table. Okay, so find the placement of your hands and your seat bone, and let's begin for 5 or 3, depending. Finding your own version. Finishing in Dandasana or stick pose at the end of your table. And let's have one more. Okay, and release. You can come and cross your legs, but the idea here is to shake the wrist, shake the hands to release the pressure. Good. And we are finishing with the 2 dogs, starting with the up dog. So we will be inhaling here in up dog, pushing yourself in down and inhale up. Let's begin counting. And that's 1. And 2. And 3. So remember, you can pause here. 4. And 5. Coming up. Good. And land into your downward dog. Big breath here and begin to walk this time your hands towards your feet, all the way. Hands to feet, hands to feet, hands to feet. Beautiful. And unroll or fall forward, back up. And let's grab those weights again. Okay. So this time, movement starts here. Close and open. Close and open. Let's go for, so if you want to make it slightly more powerful, come into a squat, toes pointing out, okay? And let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Beautiful. Keep the weights where they are and push, down, and up. Push, push, down and up. Push, push, down and up together. Push, push, down, up. Push, push, down, up. Push, push, down, up. Keep at it. Push, push, down, up. Push, push, down, up for the last time. Finish here by circling down. Good. And release. Coming back to a nice standing. Bringing your arms behind you. Excuse me. One arm at a time for a little lift. Lift, lift, lift. Keep at it. Keep at it. Back. 2 more. Last one. And change side. Lift, release. Okay. 8, 7. And let's keep going. 4. Last 2. Last one. Beautiful. Come up with your dumbbells before in front of you. Elbows are bent. Okay. So if your dumbbells are a bit heavy, 1 at a time. If they're light, 2 at a time. You choose. Okay. And again, I'm going to go back to a squat to make it more dynamic, but you don't have to. And begin breathing in. On the exhale, let's pour. Glue, 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 glue. Let's pour, 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 and come back. Keep at it. And come back. Glue, 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 glue. Come back. And come back. Beautiful. And release. Okay, I see the time is escaping on us, and I really want to do another rise. Okay. I'll take any questions at the end if you're thinking of something. Okay. Coming into your standing. Taking your time to really align to that axial column, and it's the channel of energy. Okay, opening the arms, and I'm going back for 5. And you can go for 3 as you wish. And you can go for 7 if you like. Know that if you go for 7, you have to do 7 of each, okay? So it might be too soon today. Breathing in, and let's begin to spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoop, I want to do more. And drop your arms down. Allow once more to regain control of your inner balance. And then let's move on to the J. Okay, so notice that the idea is also to move from standing to sitting to lying down without the use of your arm for a greater challenge, but it's only an option. Okay, 5J, breathing in. Let's go up and down. And keep at it. So remember, at the end of the exhale here, full release. And then we pick it up again. Full release. Remember, your head doesn't have to lift up if you're getting a sore neck. 4. And 1 more. And 5. Beautiful release. And then pick up those knees. Roll from side to side. And then go and place yourself for the the arching. Okay, curl up the toes, hands somewhere on the back, buttock or thigh, depending on the length of your arm, really, or the size of your buttock as well, and the shape. So anyway, breathing in, let's go. Inhale, look up, send the energy of the thigh, front thigh is fully activated. And exhale, coming back, remembering to round up the back a little bit. And that's two. And exhale, 4. Inhale, 5, and that's our last one. Beautiful. And release. You can come and find your stick pose, flexing the feet, finding your sit bone, and then placing your hands where it works for you. Okay, and we're going to begin. Breathing in, big push from the hands and the feet to bring yourself up and down, and 2, and down, and 3, and down, and 4, down. Last one, 5, and down, and release. Releasing the arms, the wrist, the fingers, and noticing the effect of the practice. And let's finish with our very final one, which is the up dog. 2 downward dogs, so the 2 dogs together. So let's place yourself into your up dog. That's almost more of a high cobra. My up dog should be here, but it's okay to start here. Breathing in and exhale, push, and come back out. And 2. And 3. And 4. Last one. 5. And hold the pose. Hold your dog. Settle into the dog. As much as you need, bend your knees. And gently come and walk with your feet all the way to your hands. Bend the knees if you need to. Big breath in, circling up. Okay, and exhale. Good. Going to go into your version of a mountain pose. Closing your eyes, and let's go for that body scan. You know what you came with, and noticing what is in present in the body now, in that castle where we say, let's put the light everywhere. Let's inhabit every part. And noticing what this practice has done for it. Keep your eyes closed and bring possibly between 1 and 3 words to your consciousness on how you feel now. And you might have for words describing a sensation would be completely okay as a word. Beautiful. So allowing that to wash away. We hadn't done it for a long time, you know. And then coming back to your quiet space to finish the practice.